Dames and heren, meisters and jungen, and welcome back to Erlengrat, part of the Alpine DLC, and I am joined by David.
Hey, hey.
So, what are you doing? What do you want me to do?
Well, if you want to do the seeding first, I'm just literally, what I've done is I've just going to go and grab some extra seeds. I think with the size of that field, we're going to need more than one.
Yeah, okay,
So I've currently got the tractor with the front loader down, but you'll need that one to do the actual seeding with, because it's the only one powerful enough for the moment.
Yeah, well I can't do this because you're in the bloody tractor.
Yeah, I know, well, it'll be back in a minute.
Okay. What I'll do then is, if I jump down to the railroad silo, east, and then I can meet the tractor and a seeder. Yeah, well, we've got a different seeder. We haven't got our usual.
I think because the usual one we wouldn't have the horsepower for.
No, because it's 270 odd, isn't it?
Yeah. Now our best tractor. I mean, okay, we're on flat land, but our best tractor's only 136. So.
Is that the one you've got there?
That's the Lin track, yeah.
Yeah. And also, welcome back to the F1 podcast. So you're going to have this 3 weeks on a run because this is the last 3 races of this season.
Yeah. So, where do you want to start?
Not at the start, to be honest.
Which one?
Not at the first start. But one thing I will say is I do feel sorry for Perez.
There's a lot of... Racing Point in general had a shocker.
Did they not? Oh, Christ. I know they
one car ends up upside down, and the other car blows up.
Yeah. Even the commentators were like, stop, just stop. Because it was just getting progressively worse.
Well, the problem is if it started dumping oil on the track or something stupid like that, you see.
Well, we don't know what it did.
No, but I don't think it did, but if it had started dumping oil...
Yeah, then things would have not looked good.
I was kind of hoping, though, that they were going to release the safety car and just give them one lap.
Yeah, but they didn't. They should have just given the. They should have just given them the last lap. Rather than it end under the safety car. But I kind of get it why they did end under the safety car. But yeah,
But they just ran out of laps. They just, simple man.
That fucking Marshall was lucky.
They'll be.
Oh, they'll be
come back to that because that's not good.
No, especially not when Norris was going past. He was the one that spotted him. That's Turkey all over again.
Nearly as bad as the dog that was running down the side of the track. And was it free practice 2?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was one of the practice sections. There was a dog running down the side of the track.
Christ.
So, right, for a brief while, it was qualified 3rd.
There goes the train. Mercedes had a little bit of a shocker. Bottas had a shocker. He did have a hell of a shocker.
Did I hear right that he got a second puncher right at the end of the race?
Yeah, because of the debris.
No, he had 2 punches during the race, didn't he, if I heard you right?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, bloody hell.
But he, like I say, he just had an absolute shocker. Then Stroll, well... I'm... Kvyat, whatever.
Kvyat basically was... I mean,
he needs to get... I think he needs to get a warning.
Well, he got a 10-second penalty.
Yeah, but... I mean, Vettel...
Can we take a second to give the AlphaTauri credit that it survived both those impacts?
Yeah, it did.
You know what I mean? That's actually
It did. But you've got to think, bloody Vettel won't be happy. Vettel wasn't happy because he was on radio about him. But Vettel
wasn't
hit.
Kvyat. That was something to do with his teammate when he was on radio about.
I don't know. I thought they said it was him.
No,
But
that was something to do with Leclerc.
was it? Oh well. Why does that not surprise me?
Put used to more supplies.
Oh, that's not bad. Was there any seed actually left down at the shop?
Yeah, I picked those up first, the seed and the fertilizer that was left.
Okay.
Sorry.
Also,
Gotta remember, I'm hosting.
yeah, but like we say, I'd rather it save and it.
Yeah. Knowing what this game can be like.
Did you not want the thing off this bin track?
The what?
This is the bale shredder one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the bell spike. I just looked on that, I don't, because we've no other front loader, so
Okay.
it's not like I can use it for anything.
So, yeah, like I say, I'm very surprised at Kvyat because obviously he, like Vettel and, is it Vettel and Gasly in that lot are part of some sort of driver thing.
Right.
Oh, the commentators mentioned it, they're part of some sort of like safety thing.
Well, Grosjean's the head of the Racing Drivers Association, isn't he? Grand Prix Drivers Association.
But
What good that did him today. There's one thing we will say, if they were right and he has got cracked ribs, that means he's not racing the next 2 weekends. That was his last ever thing he did in F1. I mean, talk about going out with a bang.
we'll get to that. I mean, to be honest though, if as much shit as we give that Halo, it saved 2 guys' lives today. If you think about it, it's saved 2 guys' lives. Okay, Stroll wasn't as spectacular, but Stroll ended up upside down on his head. So, like I say, that could have been his head if that Halo wasn't there.
It kind of would. I know what you're saying, but at the same time, no, it kind of would because the AirPod's high enough.
Nah, it'd have got his head.
No, cars rolled over before the days of Halos and they didn't crack their head on the floor. The way the cars are designed, it actually doesn't. That's not the part that sticks out.
Yeah, same can't be said about Grosjean though.
That was... I can't remember the last time I've seen a car go up like that.
Because of what they said. It wasn't just the fuel collector it hit. It actually
It pierced the actual tank.
it burst the tank. The car split. Right, so basically, this was what caused a 45 minute.
No, it was over an hour.
Yeah, okay, it was about an hour then.
It was over an hour.
Well, they said it was going to be 45-minute delay, but
They
it
said
turned.
minimum 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It took them...
But it took them an hour. They'll be out repairing them barriers. Put it
Well,
this
yeah, don't
way.
forget they've only got 5 days till the track's needed again.
Yeah, they'll be getting them barriers sorted. Put it this way. First lap. How many corners in?
3. Well,
Yeah.
3.5. We were halfway down the straight. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're listening to this and you like your F1, you'll know because that if that doesn't make the national news, I will be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was quite spectacular.
Fucking hell, it was bad. And yeah, So, you know, they're all jostling for position. Next minute, you see Kimmy. Is it Kimmy? Was it Kimmy? Go
Yeah,
off
Kimmy
to the
goes
left.
off.
Kimmy went off to the left. Norris, I believe, had some wing damage after a little incident with somebody.
I think he hit Vettel, I think. It was basically, there was a massive slowdown. I think Bottas actually in a way kind of caused it. I think it was Bottas slow off the corner.
Won't surprise me.
Caused the entire field to basically have to bunch up together.
Yeah. And then, next minute, all you saw was a fireball.
Yeah, literally.
That's all you saw, was a fireball. And immediately the race got red flagged. And then they did show you what happened. And who did he clip?
Kvyat.
I think he tried to avoid
Basically, Kimmy was off to the left. He started going right, was aiming straight at the back of his teammate.
Yeah.
So then...
I don't think he realised...
I don't think he fully was aware that Kvyat was alongside it.
Yeah.
Kvyat sort of bounced him up in the air a little bit, and by the time he'd landed, he was doing 100 odd mile an hour straight to the scene of the accident.
Yeah. Straight into a barrier. The car...
Well, straight through a barrier.
Yeah. Well, straight into the barrier. The car ripped in half. The halo was stuck in the barrier. And that's, like I say, it's what they were saying. If that halo hadn't have been there, that would have been his head. And I think, was it Lewis or one of them afterwards said, you know, what happened after all the drivers had seen it.
Mm.
And they said if that halo hadn't have been there, his head could have been cut clean off. Because of the impact.
Oh, it was a serious...
It was a shocker. I mean, I understood why the doctor car and everything.
Well, the medical car always does the first lap anyway. It chases him round the first lap and then pulls into the pits.
Yeah, no.
That's always... That's been a thing for a lot of years.
Yeah, I get why it does that. But like they were saying, it's lucky it happened where it did. On an unusual part, because, like they were saying, if it had been turn 13 or more...
The medical car would have been a fair look further back, because obviously you cannot go at the pace of F1 cars. It's a...
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's a very fast estate AMG Merc, but it's still not an F1 car.
No. But, yeah, if it had been turn 13, it would have been something slightly... The outcome might have been slightly different there. You know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah, but I was just going to do a quick check online to see if there's a...
What, an update?
Yeah, see if there's anything more been said on...
I don't think there will be.
Obviously, we're recording this at like 9:15 of the night of the race.
I don't think there will have been yet. It was a shocker. It was 1.5. I don't think anybody could believe it.
Hmm.
I don't think... I mean, Kevin Magnussen, when he saw it, I mean...
Probably all of them. Yeah, not...
Yeah, I get that, but they just couldn't...
I mean, everyone who steps foot in a race car understands it's dangerous. You know it's dangerous.
Hmm. Yeah, they do risk their lives. You know, they risk their lives for other people's entertainment.
Mm.
You know, but that today proves that it's still dangerous.
Oh, you're never gonna fully remove the risk. That's physically impossible.
They can't build them things invincible. There's no way. but it's just... I mean, they're hoping he's going to be back driving.
No, if he has if he's cracked or broken a rib, no chance.
If it was suspected. Oh yeah, we already know he won't be back if he's done rib injury, if he's got rib injuries. But you know, you've got to think that there's no way. I'd be very, very surprised if he did not, if he hasn't come off with rib injuries. Because like they were saying, the G-forces, they must have been pulling. Like for the what did they call it? What did Brundle call it?
All X-rays came back clear of fractures.
Oh, okay.
Remained in hospital overnight to be treated for burns sustained on the back of both hands after his opening lap incident.
Back of his hands, and it was his ankle.
Yeah, apparently no.
Christ, he is lucky.
Bloody
hell, he's lucky. How the hell he's got away without significant... Yeah, I get they've got other... Not just the halo, they've got like the neck brace or whatever it is around them.
Well, when it showed you one shot of the car, you could see the sodding top of the cockpit embedded in the barrier.
That was the safety capsule. That was where the halo was.
No, there's that like... It's like a foam insert that... Basically for aerodynamics goes over the shoulders. I don't mean the hands device, it's not part, it's just basically a piece just to...
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was... you could see the... When they moved the barrier away itself, when they pulled it away, that you could see what
damage had been done, yeah.
Damage had been
Ridiculous.
done. It's like one wheel came off, flew one way, flew to the...
One went back across the track, another one was out in the desert somewhere. But it was just that, because we have the tracking shot from the start of the... I know you saw in the background was just flames.
Yeah.
And like I said, I have not seen an F1 car go up like that for a very long time.
No. Well, you've got to think, they... you know, Crofty and Brundle were saying, you know, oh, it probably was the fuel collector. And then somebody piped in saying, well, there was too much...
Far more than that.
...flame to be just the fuel collector. And then, was it Karoon? Was it Karoon?
Yeah.
It said it, no, it actually punctured the tank. I mean, if he's going to be back driving...
I thought, and I said to me that I thought the best thing they could have done, if he's not fit to drive, on commitments, is get Mick Schumacher and the other lad in and do one race apiece. Be a great sort of starting point for him, give him a bit of early.
Yeah, but they've already got the reserve driver, haven't they? And they did mention his name.
Yeah, Fittipaldi.
Yeah.
Which, to fans of motorsport, is a very well-known name. I guess it's the son of Emerson.
Well, he's the... like I say, he's the reserve driver,
yeah,
so...
but there's no rule saying they have to use that reserve driver.
No, there isn't. But, the F2 have already done their bit.
Well, that's what I'm saying, those two, you know, Mick Schumacher and... I forget his name now.
Callum.
I thought it was the Japanese driver that's going in there, not Callum Islet.
I don't know, I'm sure it was Islet.
No, I seem to remember that it was a Japanese lad.
It might have been the Japanese lad then.
But I thought if you get them in and give them one race apiece, it's giving them a nice head start for next season.
Yeah. Perez was bloody unlucky.
I've said this several F1 podcasts, and that's this one more. If he ends up without a drive next year, there's something sadly wrong in this sport. I
Well,
mean, if I was Horner, I'd be knocking on his door and talking to him, no questions asked. Because Albon just hasn't.
it kind of
And
has.
smashing that cow in practice didn't do him any favours.
No. But he kind of proved it in the race.
The trouble is, though, it's once. Perez is. Did he say this? I think Perez is something like 2 points off his best ever season, and he didn't do 2 races.
Yeah.
That's how consistent he has been.
As much as I do like Vettel, I kinda don't agree with where he's going.
I just think from racing points of view, I think they're giving away the wrong driver. I know they're not going to give it to Stroll, obviously, because he's Billy Horner's son, but...
Well, yeah, they're not going to do that. But you've got to think that they were talking about that today, and they were saying, oh yeah, well, you know, he's a such and such champion and all this lot, and then he's like, you know, he's experienced. But he's not proving it.
I don't know, Turkey, we saw a masterclass from him at
Yes.
Turkey. We saw a 4 times world champion there in bad conditions, the experience,
Short.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. He just doesn't.
He's just been off the ball this year, he seems to have been really off. I mean, they said it themselves during the race, look, he ended up right back down in the bloody back.
Yeah.
Now, we know the Ferrari's a bit of a dog this year, nobody's arguing that point, but Leclerc was at least...
Leclerc tried, and well, he tried in bloody thingy and it cocked up, didn't it?
Yeah.
He tried in Turkey and it cocked up completely.
Yeah.
I mean, out of the races we've had so far this season, what's been your favourite?
Mugello was good.
Yeah.
Ironically, it's probably been all the tracks we wouldn't normally go to, because Mugello was good, Turkey was good.
I liked Monza, but Monza's always got
Yeah,
special
Monza
place.
was good because of that result, you know, Gasly winning it. That was a great moment.
I just hope that when it comes to Danny Rick and McLaren, I mean, he took himself away from Renault on purpose, did Danny Rick, I feel.
I don't know if it's that, I mean, Renault obviously for whatever reason decided he wanted Alonso back.
Yeah, but Ricardo had already basically had gone to McLaren, and he started the talks with McLaren himself. He didn't get approached by McLaren. He went to McLaren and said, "Look,
To be fair though,
Sainz is going to Ferrari."
Sainz is going to Ferrari. McLaren going to have a Merc engine in the back next year.
And so the Racing Point.
Yeah, no, but the point.
Yeah,
Renault
Racing.
doesn't.
No, but Racing Point's getting.
They are Merc. They're Merc now.
Yeah, Racing Point's. Are they staying Merc
Yeah.
when they change to Aston Martin?
Yeah, because I've said to you before, there is actually some background there, because a lot of Aston Martin road cars do actually run
Yeah, I
AMG
know.
engines these days, so there's sort of like, there is a bit of a background deal there that can make it work, but
Yeah, it was running a Merc Donkey and it exploded. Jesus Christ.
which that's a rarity in itself. You don't see many Merc engine failures.
No. Don't get me wrong, I think he has pushed quite a lot though. Over these races, he's pushed and pushed and pushed. Because they don't do the swap outs, do they?
What do you mean?
Well, they won't swap for like a practice engine and stuff like that, will they?
No, no, they're not allowed to do that anymore.
Look at why they do
What
that.
engine's now got to do is it's 6 races. Well, no, it's not case one go to 6 races, but it's you've only a certain amount of components for the year, isn't it? So.
Hmm. Yeah, it's got to say about 6 races.
Those gearboxes after 6 to race, 2 engines after 6. You get 3 gearboxes and 5 sets of engines basically, but you can pick and swap components without changing the whole engine, so it's not as.
Hmm. I mean, I hope next season, I hope Danny Rick does good. I don't know why, ever since Red Bull, I've always had a little bit, sort of a soft spot for Danny Rick, and he's a good driver. I mean, I'm not surprised, to be honest, the driver of the day results today, I'm very not surprised that went to Grosjean.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, the commentators joked, yeah, it should be the guys in the medical car.
Aye. Van der Wald, was he called? Van der Wade?
I can't remember.
Which did not expect the accent that came out of him with a name like that.
Yeah. Did it actually pick up on Matey Boy swearing?
The Haas boss, yes.
Did it? I missed it. I don't know what he said, but I missed it.
Something about getting Roman out of that effing car. But yeah, he did, because I said to him, did he just swear? I think so. And the next thing, Crofty comes on and says, apologies if you heard.
Oh, I missed it. Was it the Haas boss or was it the FIA geezer?
No, it was the Haas boss. It was Gunther Schneider.
I think they forget sometimes they're on TV. They're being recorded, but I don't know if they expected at that time for the cameras to be on them.
Well, no, because they just interviewed the medical guys, hadn't they? And then I think they saw that Gunther was turning up, so they just turned the cameras back round onto him.
Whoops. And the sensor guys couldn't get there quick enough.
Well, it was live. It's like the fact that they used, because they now delay all radio messages.
Yeah.
So that they can proofread.
What happened to Verstappen's radio message that never even got heard?
Which one's that?
It was going through the race, and it was when bloody Ted and that lot were talking, and Verstappen's thing popped up, and there was no team radio at all.
I don't know. I think sometimes they put the wrong things up, and.
Oh well, we know that by when they put up about, was it Leclerc and whatever?
No, but that was the actual FIA. They got that bit wrong. That wasn't the TV. That was.
Oh, okay. It was one of them, and then because the commentator said, isn't that supposed to be?
Yeah, and then we got correction.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, do you think
as little as I can get away with?
Kvyat was in the wrong? What happened to Stroll?
I kind of agree with what Martin said. He did sort of half-heartedly put his car up the inside and then didn't. I'm sort of 50-50 on it. It was a first lap incident. 2 cars can't occupy the same piece of tarmac. But I didn't think it helped that was his second. That was the second car he put out the race.
Yeah.
So I think that went against him a little bit.
I was kind of so hoping for Hamilton to keep exceeding the track limits. I wouldn't have liked to have been bloody Grosjean's teammate.
Well, trouble is, it's not just because it's happened to his doesn't make it any more likely to happen to yours. It's
No,
not
but
like
can you
it's.
imagine the mindset though that you've got to try and like everybody would have had to try and get themselves out of.
Well, like I said, they know when they stop on a race here. They know what they're in for.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, but at the same time, to me, that's just another day at the office.
Yeah, but, yeah, but the mindset of it would be still, especially to like the people that are like proper close friends with Grosjean.
Mm.
It's just, I don't know. It was just like, I just didn't kind of know. It just when they kept showing it over and over, and every time they showed it over and over, I still winced.
Oh yeah, he wasn't good to watch. Let's put it that way.
I'm glad that when they did the onboard shots, they did not. They froze the rest.
I don't think they had much of a choice. I think the camera probably died the second it hit the wall. So
Yeah, well, I don't know if the commentators, because they were commentating on it, I don't think they realised at the time it was going to freeze, because they froze
no,
it
but
before he'd even hit the wall.
yeah, well, like I said, the camera will have died the second it hit the wall.
The camera will be crisp.
It's like the camera on Stroll's car died the second the car landed on it.
It's, I mean, they do put the bloody cameras in some weird spots, don't they? Because there was that time that Red Bull, was it Red Bull decided to put the camera inside the front wing because they didn't like the mounting point or something, but where they put it you couldn't see jack shit.
Well, the thing is, that bit eating on top of the car also includes all the transponders, all the tracking, all the... That's why it's up there where it is.
I wouldn't want to use that chassis again.
Never job, it's in two pieces.
Exactly.
You know? So I said, you 5 days till next race, gonna need the duct tape, lads.
It's just the way it's split in two.
Oh yeah, the back half was left sat at the side of the barrier. Mental. But you've got to say, as they kept saying, that man was this safety, a few years ago you'd have been looking at fatality for that.
Yeah. Well, you could have done if it had been if it had been on a different corner. I'm sorry.
Grosjean obviously either wasn't knocked out or was only knocked out very briefly because he was out of the car himself.
Within
very quickly.
20
about 20
seconds.
seconds.
20 seconds, but they say that they must be out of the car within 10, but that is under normal.
Yeah, that's not with the car halfway through a barrier on fire.
Yeah. So, like they say, oh yeah, but they've got to be out of the car within like 10 seconds. It's like, yeah, that's under normal things, not, like you said, not in a barrier, not bloody...
But you'd be surprised what you can do when flames are licking your ass, There's not quickly you can move.
Yeah, but they've still got all the stuff to... They'll just rip that off.
Oil cores and everything, it's a case of undo seat belts and then just everything else. So yeah, I don't think they'd be too worried about him breaking his radio connection.
Didn't they say they had about 8 seat belts?
No, they only got the 2 over shoulder.
Was it not 8, like 8?
No, they've got what they call it would be a 5-point racing harness. So basically, there's
Yeah.
a bit goes across your lap, and then there's two straps come over your shoulders and all meet in the middle.
Yeah, it's two over the shoulder and round you.
Yeah, it's a pretty standard racing harness to use the same basic principle in touring cars and all sorts.
Hmm. I'm just sure one of the commentators said about something to do with 8.
I don't know.
And it's just,
Then on top of that, you've got the hands device, you've got the steering wheel, you've got, say, all the coverings, you've got...
it's like yeah, but it still amazes you how quick he got out, like how fast he got out of the car.
Yeah.
Considering, I mean, that's what they said. If he'd have been unconscious, that would have been.
They don't know how they'd have got him out because, nobody could really get near that car till the fire was out.
I tell you something. I bet the bloody medical them guys would have had a good go.
Oh, they would have done, but they're only human at the end of the day.
Well, yeah. Didn't they say one was an ex-racing driver?
The driver will be, because it's like the safety car drivers next to ex-German touring car driver. They're all ex-racing drivers.
Did you say they won't be or they will be?
They will be.
I'm sure you just said you will be, but never mind.
No, I said will, just because they're the guys who have the experience of throwing a big heavy car like that around. I mean, they actually said, and it's true, usually on a Thursday afternoon between
they
one
do.
and 2,
They
the
chuck
safety
the
cars and medical cars are literally allowed to just go out and just do a good few fast laps of the course.
Oh yeah, they'll hammer it around.
Just so they know where the course is and what.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said about that they just go around and hammer them around. Because that's what I'd seen it on YouTube about the medical car driving around one of the circuits. I can't remember which one it was, but must have been done on a Thursday.
They do it at all. They do it at all. They're usually between the 2 practice sessions on a Thursday.
Hmm. Did I send you the video or did you send me the video?
I think I sent it to you, didn't I?
Yeah, but it's just the grunt of the Mercedes.
Well,
They do sound nice, the AMGs.
I say the safety car's an SLS, and I'm assuming the medical car's an E63 estate.
Pass. I know it's an estate.
I'm assuming it'll be the E63, so the C will be a little bit too small, I would imagine.
Well, it carries whatever the hell they carry in their fire extinguishers and...
Basic medical, because the ambulances are always not far away, it just carries like paramedic, it's almost like paramedic gear.
Hmm. Well, it's kind of weird because the helicopter they flew him out in was a bit weird.
And well, he said he was going to a military hospital.
Ah, yeah, it was a military bloody helicopter.
Mm.
Have you had a helper?
I hit the wrong button.
Why does that not surprise me?
Yeah, they were flying him out to a medical hospital, so I'm guessing it was probably to a military hospital, so I'm guessing the helicopter was just the military's.
Looked like a Huey.
Hmm.
Are you working?
What?
What?
So you said, are you working? I'm thinking, what have you broken?
No, I'm just trying to get the... Yeah, now you're working, that's better. I had to refill the cedar up.
I took you some seeds over and some fertilizer, so you should be.
Yeah, no, I had to fill them up. If we'd have, because this seed is not a very big capacity.
It was sort of the biggest one that I think our tractor could manage. That's
Oh
why I got
yeah.
that one.
Have we got anything you could possibly cart off and sell, or are we waiting on money?
I think we're alright at the moment, aren't we? So.
Well, we've got 21 grand, but I'm just wondering, did we sell any stuff to biogas, or
We definitely sold a load of Sally's bales last time.
so probably get them money at midnight then, if that's the case. If everything's in good order with the animals and stuff,
Yeah.
you might as well skip the night.
Right, I'll give me a second, let me park this up. You want to check the animals because I will cause against pause if I do it.
Yeah, they are 78 cleanliness, 7613 litres of water, 9230 of straw, 20,960 litres of mixed rations, hay silage 28, grass 11,002.
So yes, I think they're alright.
Yeah, they'll need a clean.
Yeah, I think I need your tractor to do. But we can sort that in the morning around. Wow, that building glowing on top of the hill up there.
Building glowing on top of hill.
The building glowing up on top of the hill.
Oh yeah. Has he found the sleeping point yet?
No.
Okay, we didn't get any money. We didn't sell out this time.
Must have been yesterday.
Are you wanting my tractor now, or...?
No, I can wait a little bit yet. It's no major rush.
Oh, fuck.
What have you done?
Half a field's grown.
It's alright.
What is the plant growth on? Slow?
Slow, yeah.
Oh, fuck, that means grass is going to start to grow back then, doesn't it? I knew I should have got this field done. What are you doing with yourself? Probably just stood around.
I'm gonna go back to what I was doing.
Why, what were you doing?
I've tedded the grass in front of the
What wire the electric tractor was?
yeah, now I'm just gonna windrow it.
It won't be dry, will it?
For 9 seasons.
I thought it still needs to dry with hair.
No, it doesn't. Literally, as soon as you turn it, it turns into hay.
Oh, okay. I don't know, it's been that long since I've played normal vanilla. Yeah, but I've got the bell spike.
And?
So what are you going to do? Loading wagon it?
No, it's going to barely, but I don't have to,
Oh no, you got the Anderson stuff there, you got the Anderson pickup
yeah.
trailer there.
Have you caught up with Survival Roleplay this weekend?
No.
No, okay.
No. Last one was a camera.
Do you not watch today's?
No.
Fair enough.
And don't forget next week, the race is 5:10.
Yeah, I know. Well, this race wasn't much earlier than that by the time we finally got around to it.
Oh, what was it? It's 2:10.
2. And then we lost, I think it was about 5:30 when he finally finished.
Yeah.
See, we lost over an hour.
It did a really weird restart though.
Well, no, they did it where, the only thing they did was where they decided to take the grid line from.
Well, they did it
I
from.
mean, Bottas sort of won a little bit because he managed to get back up to 4th where, when he had been...
Well, they did it second safety car line.
Mm,
That's where they took the grid order from. But no, it was just weird because all the cars were just jostling each other. Like, not jostling each other, but...
well, they were told they had to get themselves in order before they...
Well, we guess that because of the way they pit them. Because obviously they're both... You know, they're not... When they were in the pits...
Mm.
They were nearly in the order. Almost. You think if there was that much of a delay, they'd have pushed the car off the fast lane, but they're not allowed to do that.
Mm. Plus, they didn't know there was going to be a... They don't really know how long the delay is going to be, do they? So I can guarantee if you did that, except for you just want to get that 10-minute warning, like, shit, I need to move.
Hmm. I mean, it was like I say, it was a good race, but then it just petered out, and then got interesting
Bit more
towards
interesting towards the end
the
again.
end. But I think, like the commentators were saying, just let him have one. You should just let him have one lap,
Mm.
which they should have done. Should have just let him have that last lap
Yeah.
and let
Well,
him
I'm
go
saying
at
that
it.
because there's a good chance Verstappen possibly could have got Hamilton because he's better types.
Who's saying that? I'm only saying that, or you're saying that?
Well, all of us, only because we all wanted to see Verstappen have a go.
Well, they did. Even the commentators did. They wanted him to have a go. But he's still he's a bit, Hamilton's still a bit arrogant. That's not going to change. Because he was saying like, oh yeah, if Hamilton was in the, if Verstappen was in the same car as me, he wouldn't beat me. I'm thinking he fucking wiped the floor with you. He put you under pressure. Give him equal cars, and I still think Verstappen would get out, do Hamilton.
It's hard to say. It depends on so many factors.
I don't
I
know
think
what.
even cars the likes of Perez would be up there. I think Danny Rick would be a lot closer.
I really don't know what Renault were fucking thinking, though. When Ocon just, they should have just let Danny Rick go,
Mm.
and they didn't. Not until he chimed up and said, "Why are we racing here?" Or something along the lines of that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which them two don't want, they're teammates, they don't want to be racing each other.
I just don't want to be slowing each other. Especially not when that second, third, fourth in the constructors is still quite tight.
Still is. Even after Racing Point going bye-bye today.
Yeah, Racing Point didn't have a good one today, but there's Renault, there's McLaren, there's Racing Point.
There's not many points between them, is there?
No, not a lot at all.
It's not about 6 points, is it? So, is it 6 points?
Something like that. It's a small number. It's
Ferrari were just having a good day. I don't know. It was a real.
Leclerc had a solid enough. It was Vettel who once again seemed to. They seemed to go backwards off the start.
I know Grosjean and K-Mag were in talks with IndyCar.
Can't tell me what's sticking with Haas.
Haas have completely fingered them out, haven't they?
Yeah.
So I think, like I say, I think. So I was reading, like I say, K-Mag and Grosjean had in talks with IndyCar. So. Do you think Perez would follow the same? Or do you think he's going to get offered a team?
He's basically now sort of nailed his colour, sort of flag Annie and sort of turned around and said if he doesn't get the Red Bull drive.
Did he?
Yeah, he came out through the week and said.
What, if he doesn't get it, what?
Then he'd be taking some time out of F1.
Well, that doesn't look good, though.
Well, he's worked for Alonso, he's worked for...
Yeah, but fucking Perez brings money. Be a shame if that happens, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, he's...
Be a shitter on
his praises all season and I'll continue to do so.
Be a shitter on Albon. You know what I mean? It'll be a bit shitty for them to do that to Albon. I mean, give him credit. He's trying to fight for his seat, but
he just doesn't. And like I say, and wrecking the car in practice didn't help it.
Yeah, but Max has fucked up before, and they've not decided to thingy him.
Score lines, Max at least is performing.
Yeah. But I still think Max has got... Don't get me wrong, I like Verstappen, I still think he's got the better car, and it's the same between Bottas and Hamilton. I think Hamilton has the better car. And Verstappen has the better car than Albon.
I don't know, cause the team's not going to intentionally sabotage one of their cars.
No, I know, but that's how it feels. Because Bottas has had quite a few problems, and how many has Hamilton had? who got a DNF for Germany? I can't remember. Was it Bottas?
Bottas won it, yeah.
Did Hamilton have any issues?
Let's look at the draw. That can be a random.
No, but this is the thing though. If you see what I mean. It's like Bottas seems to have had just, I don't know, just doesn't seem to have had the car decent enough.
I've said it before. Bottas he's a handy midfield driver.
Yeah, but the car just doesn't like midfield. That's the problem with the Merc car. It doesn't like
No,
to.
but I don't mean that. I mean, he could be in one of the midfield teams and probably perform well for them, but he's not. He's not a championship.
Neither's fucking Vettel right now. And I still think
Vettel's proven in the past that he can.
Well, yeah, but I still don't understand what has made Racing Point decide Vettel over Perez.
I know, we keep going over it.
Because Perez is outperforming Vettel. You can see it. I mean, apart from, okay, today was a bit unlucky for him, but still the performance he put in today has to prove to Racing Point.
Oh, yeah.
He can drive. You know what I mean? He can put the performance in, but, well, we'll see what happens.
Alright, it'll all come out in the end.
I mean, I kind of wish hurry up and wish Red Bull would announce who their second driver is going to be for 2021.
I'm not allowed to tell you it's me. I've already signed.
Nah.
They saw my performance in our championship, decided that's the guy we need.
I think driving one of them cars would be absolutely, utterly terrifying.
Oh yeah.
You know, fair enough, like I say, I've done the Nürburgring, I've done it in a race car, yeah, that's different. It's a fucking road car. You know, it's a souped up road car.
Yeah.
Put me behind the wheel of an F1 car, I would literally be crapping them because of the speed of them. See, it's weird because they always say, you know, oh, they're doing this down the straight and all this lot. Don't look like it on TV.
No.
It's very it's very sort of perceptive on TV. Yeah, whatever. You know, it's very different to on TV to judge the speed.
Oh yeah.
But then, you know, I imagine they're feeling it a lot different. But it's like it's weird how the commentators can pick up on certain little things to do with the tyres. Okay, I get Brundle because he's ex F1. Where does Crofty fit into this? Is
He's not an ex-racing driver, and he's just a obviously long-time fan and F1 nerd.
I just kind of wondered, because where does that Kravitz fit into it as well?
I don't know where his background. I think what's going to his background was in media. Because obviously Karun was a driver briefly. We had some input from Damon Hill this weekend, who obviously
I know
the driver.
I watched them on YouTube, and it is F1 related. They did. It was some ages ago. I can't remember when. Australia. Coulthard in a Red Bull I think it was a V10. It was the older
Yeah.
model. There was a Merc, the quickest production Merc, and then there was a V8 Holden.
Oh yeah, I think I remember. See, I think I remember that. It's a few years ago now.
And all the rest, you know, they were doing like a speed thing.
Hmm.
I mean, you know, they're all driven by probably, you know, drivers and stuff, but it's just crazy that they do that sort of thing. But it was done in front of fans as well, that. So I think it was
Yeah,
like,
I think it was from a few years ago.
hmm. Well, who did Karoon drive for then?
Like Minardi or something. It was some back of the grid.
A bit like Williams.
Yeah.
Who is Williams? Who is Williams next year? Is it Latifi and Russell again?
I think so, yeah, I think they've announced unchanged. Which
In your
people
opinion,
keep going on about Russell being the next
he's not. He's not going to be.
Merc. I'm
I don't.
sorry, he just doesn't perform to me.
I don't think it's the fact that he doesn't perform. I think it's just. I think he just doesn't like the car. That's what I feel. I just think it's the car. Well, he outdoes Latifi like.
Yeah, the last season he outdid Cubica, but that wasn't difficult.
No, not really.
But just people go on about him being like the next Merc driver, and I think there's better places Merc could look. I just think there's.
Perez.
Well, I mean, like Lando or somebody like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Much as I like Lando, I mean, I'd be more looking signs.
Well, no, 'cause he's going over to the Ferrari side now, isn't he? So.
I know, I'll tell you what, that was a ballsy overtake from Sainz.
Well, look how it was at the Port Mao, where we were on the outside of Hamilton. It's like.
Wait, the only thing the only thing I didn't get was how the hell did they suspect, that other team suspect that he had brake failure? Or a problem with his brakes?
He had a problem with the brakes in quali.
Yeah, but during the race. During the race,
He had a problem with brakes, you get done a lot faster.
well, the thing is, they were saying, oh, he's supposed to have had a problem with the brakes, right? And then the commentary team, and I think they were talking to Ted Kravitz or something at the time, and they said, well, that doesn't look like he's got a problem with the brakes. So you reckon Norris is a Merc driver?
Yeah.
If you had to pick, if you had to pick two drivers to put in the Mercs, who would it be?
Probably Verstappen and Perez.
Interesting. Who would you put in the Red Bulls?
Red Bull, no.
And obviously you've made Verstappen jump ship. So
Yes, I think he would get more out of a marker. Putting a Red Bull up. I would maybe say Gasly, but I don't know if he'd want to go back.
Don't think Danny Rick would either.
No. Gasly and the Hulk.
Hmm.
I think you'd have a strong lineup there.
Well, he's not a bad driver, Hulkenberg. From what he's obviously raced.
To be able to jump into the racing point having done no practice time, no nothing.
Yeah. Who'd you put in Alpine then? Or Alpine? AKA Renault.
Okay, Renault, yeah. Well, Alonso's going into that car, isn't he? So probably leave them as they are now. Alonso and Ocon's a fairly solid lineup.
McLaren.
I didn't realize you were going to ask me for every single bloody one.
No, I'm only asking you for a select for you.
I think who I've got left, whoever that signed elsewhere.
Well, you haven't said Norris, you haven't said Kimi, you haven't said Kvyat, you haven't said Russell, Latifi.
Well, I'm thinking a lot of them can probably stay where they are.
You haven't said Danny Rick. Leclerc, Vettel, Sainz.
No, we're leaving Sainz and Leclerc in Ferrari. I would say for Alpine, I would say Alonso and an S3 driver. F3, F2, bring somebody up.
Okay, last one would be Haas. Who would you put in there?
Well, I think they're getting a bit solid because they're getting Mick. You know what I'd have been tempted to do is put Vettel in there with Mick Schumacher.
Just because of the experience of the rookie.
I think he'd be able to pass on a good bit of knowledge and a bit of. I've said it before. I don't know if I've said it on live. I've certainly said in the past that to me all the best lineups have always been one young gun and one experienced head. A lot of Red Bull's success to me came from because when they started, the first driver they had in was Coulthard. Who, was on sort of the back end of his career by that point.
Well, who was in Red Bull when it was Verstappen then? Who was Red Bull when Verstappen came?
Danny Rick.
Well, who was with? Who was Danny Rick with then before?
Webber.
Oh, well, that didn't go down well then, did it?
There was Webber, there was obviously Vettel's Red Bull time.
Ricardo.
And there was like Sebastian Buemi and all them were all around.
Coulthard. I didn't really make much of Mark Webber, if I'm honest.
He was a good number 2 driver, and I don't mean that as in crap. I mean as in he was a good second driver. Also got to remember Mark Webber famous for flipping one of Mercedes Le Mans cars.
Who did? Webber?
Mark Webber, yeah. Can you remember the old Merc AMG Le Mans cars went flipping off the back straight off the Northern Straight?
Yeah.
Webber was driving one of them.
You know.
Because I think it was Top Gear, and he said, you got to ask you about it, what was it like? He said, well, the first thing he did, if you look at the back of the car, and he showed it the car was straight up in the air. And if you look at the back, he said, the brake lights will still be on.
Jesus.
He said, well, you admit you've lost control, and then prepare for an impact.
Hmm. Are you busy up there at the minute?
Not choosing, no, I'm bailing, well, what do you need?
It's fine. I'm just wondering because there's a...
Oh, you've done the field.
Yeah, I don't think I can attach the trailer on though, can I? No, I can't.
Not with the seed, and I'll come and grab the trailer.
I've just got to say that car nearly had a smashed windscreen. Bale spike. Oh, really, game? You decided to catch the... Oh, okay, well the fences aren't... That's weird. Guessing that's the electric tractor.
Yeah, it's what I was using for the baling.
How's this battery doing?
Used a quart of it.
Oh, okay. I did wonder because did wonder why this grass never got cut. Because the grass at the front should have been cut. There's still a line of grass or whatever.
Mm. If you want to take over the mowing now, you can do. It's up to you.
Where's the cedar going?
Just anywhere.
Still haven't got rid of the crappy middle of the yard.
Well, I can't do because you've got the front loader.
Well, you can have the front loader in a minute. God damn it, rear steer. Ooh, got a little bit of lag there.
Well, knock it off four-wheel steering.
Yeah, I'm alright. This is not a dolly trailer, I'm trying to reverse. Right, where have you gone?
It's coming down the hill.
I'm going to move this. What are you doing on the way up there?
Just having a look round. Oh, I've done a land stroll.
Only you can flip an electric tractor.
Not the electric.
What, you in then?
The burner.
Okay, only you can flip that thing.
I'm going to need the front loader too. I'll write it.
There you go. Oh! You don't do things out by half, do you?
Don't know what you mean.
You know exactly what I mean.
Yeah, there's a slide here.
Yeah, I know.
You were playing on it, haven't you?
Just wish I had the real mower mod. Did you leave the mower in the field?
No, the mower should be up here.
I'm guessing there's still bales that need collecting.
Yeah, and there's still some windrows that need baling.
The electric tractor won't do it. that
It
baler
will.
with it.
Well, I've just used it on that baler, no problem.
Didn't think it was powerful enough to take that baler.
Well, it is doing. Right, the burer's flipped. So if you want to use the burer, it's now back on its wheels.
No, that's fine. Yeah, it's just bits that need remowing. And bales need picking up and stuff.
Yeah.
Half a job.
Well, I got as far as you came and demanded my services elsewhere.
I just said, were you busy? If you'd have said yes, I'd have been like, right, fair enough. I'd have brought the bloody cedar back up and I'd gone back down for the... Have you actually cleaned the animals? No, they're at 52%.
No, I'll sort that in a moment.
Well, we're going to end this one here. So, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, don't forget to give us a follow. If you aren't watching this on Twitch, link for the Twitch is in the description. You can support the channel by going to our Patreon and our Ko-fi. Links for them are in the description. You can also visit the merchandise store.
You'll never guess where the link to that is.
In the description. All of the social media links are in the description. And
There's a lot in that bloody description.
there is a lot in the description, in fact. So, yeah. Until next time.
So long and thanks for all the fish.
And goodbye for now.